Hello children, in this module we will study about the concept of lenses. But before going to the concept of a lens, first I would like to have a recap of the concept of refraction which we did. Refraction, as you know, is the phenomena of bending of light while moving from one medium to another. Also, we will also understand the concept that when a light ray is moving from a rarer to a denser medium, it bends towards the normal, while when it is moving from a denser medium to a rarer medium, it bends away from the normal. Now, we will understand the concept of lenses. What is a lens? A lens is a combination of two transparent surfaces, out of which at least one should be spherical in shape. That's why we have 6 different types of lenses, but majorly we will concentrate on 2 types of lenses. Now, before moving further to the concept of the types of lenses, I would like to ask a question to you people regarding the concept of mirrors. Adil, what are the 2 different types of mirrors?
Concave and convex mirror.
Concave and convex mirror. So, when we had concave and convex mirror, similarly we have 2 major type of lenses, that is concave lens and convex lens. It's not that there are only 2 types of lenses, but majorly the lenses are classified as concave or convex lens. Now, the concept is, what do you mean by a convex lens? A convex lens is made up of 2 transparent surfaces which are bulging outwards. Appearance of this lens is like this, that is, it is thinner at the edges and thicker in the center, while a concave lens is an opposite part of this, that is, it is thicker at the edges and thinner at the center. Now, we need to understand certain terms related with lenses. As you can say in the figure that we have a convex lens. There are certain terms which are shown or labeled in the diagram, which you need to see. The first term is optical center. What is this optical center? The center of the lens is called as optical center. Now, in the lens, you can see in a convex lens there are 2 surfaces. If I complete this, I will get a center. Because I will get a sphere, the sphere will have a center. So, there will be one center of curvature because of this, and there will be one center of curvature because of this. So, in a convex lens or a concave lens, there are 2 center of curvatures. If there are 2 center of curvatures, there will be 2 foci, that is 2 focus. Also, the focal length will be on both the sides and radius of curvature will be there on both the sides. There is this line which is passing through the center of curvature and optical center. This line is called as principal axis. This is the case with both the lenses, either a concave lens or a convex lens. Now children, we will study about the rules of image formation in case of spherical lenses. The first rule is that if a light ray is parallel to the principal axis, then it will actually pass through the principal focus located on the other side in case of a convex lens, while it appear to be coming from the focus located on the same side in case of a concave lens. The second rule is that when a light ray is incident on the optical center, it passes through the optical center without any refraction. The third rule is that if a light ray is passing through the focus, then after refraction it becomes parallel to the principal axis. Now, using the 3 rules that we have studied, we will consider the 6 different cases of image formation in case of a convex lens. Now children, we will take the first case in which the object is placed between O, that is optical center, and F1. Now, we will see that how an image is formed in this case. Now, we have put an object between O and F1, you can see in the figure. We are taking 2 light rays. Let us take the first light ray as you can see in the figure that the light ray is parallel to the principal axis. As we know from the rule 1 that if a light ray is parallel to the principal axis, in case of a convex lens, it will actually pass through the focus f2. So this light ray is passing through the focus f2. Let us take another light ray. This light ray is passing through the optical center, and according to rule 2, it will go undeviated. So the light rays are moving away from each other. That means they will not meet each other on the right hand side. If I extend them backwards, I find out that they appear to meet at a point where I found an virtual image, which is represented by the dotted line. So when an object is placed between O and F1, the image is formed on the same side of lens. It is virtual, erect and enlarged. This was the first case. Now let us move to the second case, in which we are keeping the object at the focus, that is f1. We are taking two light rays. The first light ray is parallel to the principal axis. After refraction, it will pass through the focus f2. It is passing through the focus f2, and we have taken the second light ray which is passing through the optical center. It goes undeviated. As you can see in the figure, both the light rays are parallel to each other. That means the image will be formed at infinity. So when an object is placed at the focus f1, the image is formed at infinity. It is real, inverted and enlarged. Let us take the third case, in which the object is kept between f1 and 2f1. Now when an object is placed between f1 and 2f1, first light ray that we have taken, this light ray is parallel to the principal axis. After refraction, it actually passes through f2. We have taken another light ray. This light ray is passing through the optical center, and as we know, it will go undeviated. These two light rays, they meet on the right hand side beyond 2f2. That means the image is formed beyond 2f2. It is real, inverted and enlarged. Let us move to the next case. It is when an object is placed at 2f1. You can see in the figure the object is placed at 2f1. Let us take the first light ray. This light ray is parallel to the principal axis. After refraction, it passes through f2. We have taken another light ray. This light ray is passing through the optical center. Both the light rays, when they converge or they meet at a point, that point is 2f2. So when an object is placed at 2f1, the image is formed at 2f2. It is real, inverted and of the same size. Let us move to the fifth case. It is when an object is placed beyond 2f1. We have placed the object beyond 2f1 in the figure. You can see that. Now let us take the first light ray. The first light ray is parallel to the principal axis. After refraction, it passes through f2. And the second light ray is passing through the optical center. Both the light rays, they meet at a point between f2 and 2f2. That means the image is formed between f2 and 2f2. The image is real, inverted and diminished, that is smaller in size. Let us move to the last case in this, that is when an object is placed at infinity. As I told you earlier, object at infinity means the light rays are parallel to one another. So we have all the light rays which are parallel to one another representing the infinity, and they all converge or meet at a point, that is the focus. So when an object is placed at infinity, the image is formed at the focus and it is real, inverted and highly diminished. Now we will consider the two cases of image formation in case of a concave lens. So let us take the first case, in which the object is placed anywhere between the optical center and infinity. As you can see in your figure, the object is placed at any point between the optical center and infinity. From the object, we are taking the first light ray which is parallel to the principal axis, and according to rule number 1, if a light ray is parallel to principal axis, in case of a concave lens, it appears to be coming from focus f1. So in this case, the light ray diverges, but it appears to be coming from f1. Let us take the second light ray. The second light ray is passing through the optical center and goes undeviated. These two light rays, they appear to meet at a point between O and F1. That means when an object is placed anywhere between optical center and infinity, the image is formed between O and F1. It is virtual, erect and diminished. Let us take the last case in which the object is placed at infinity. Now, the object is placed at infinity, so we have all the light rays which are parallel to the principal axis. The light rays, they diverge after refraction from the concave lens, but they appear to be coming from or diverging from F1. That means a virtual image is formed at F1. So, when an object is placed at infinity, the image is formed at F1. It is virtual, erect and highly diminished. So, children, in this module, we studied about lenses. What do you mean by a lens? What are the cases of image formation in case of concave lens, and what are the cases of image formation in case of a convex lens? Thank you, children.
Thank you, sir.
Dear children, in this module, we studied about lenses and their properties. First thing is, lens is a combination of two transparent surfaces out of which at least one should be spherical. Also, we studied about two types of lenses, that is concave and convex. We also studied that when an object is placed at different positions in front of a concave or convex lens, images are formed depending on the position of the object in front of the lens. Now, dear children, before going to the next module, you have to answer the following questions correctly.